Good morning. It is day 87. It's 5:30 a.m. And last night was the worst night that I've had on the PCT. There were a bunch of deer by my tent at night, which was totally fine. That didn't bother me. But I camped by this old dirt road, and it looks like it hasn't been used in ages. And the place I camped, it was on far out, like it was a real camp spot. It looks like it's a place that maybe like people locally could drive up to and camp at. There was like some broken glass, and I don't know a lot of PCTers who would pack out anything glass or break it. Anyways, around 3 a.m. I mean, like, you're pretty much camped right on the dirt road. I think you might have seen, I might have got some film of it. And around 3 a.m. I heard like footsteps, and it didn't sound like a deer, it didn't sound like a bear. It sounded like two human feet walking on the dirt road, which was to the left of my tent. And I kind of sat there for a little bit, like, you know, waiting to see what's going on. And I kind of just heard it creeping slowly, coming up near my tent, and I got really, really scared. I was thinking about that story about that guy in Washington who did harm to people, and then has been like on the trail, or was on the PCT, or was on, I don't even know the full story. I've heard it mostly from other people, but anyways, he like, I don't know, there's like a big manhunt out. Maybe they found him now, I don't know. Point being, I thought it was a man who was coming to kill me. And I'm not being funny when I say that. Like, it really actually, I mean, it really, really scared me. I thought it was like, literally, I convinced myself it was a man who stumbled upon my tent and was going to kill me. And I like quick sat up, and I grabbed out my pocket knife, and I put my phone and my Garmin in my pockets, and I was literally getting ready to run out of my tent. Like, I didn't have shoes on. I literally slept in my underwear, and I was just like, if he was gonna start unzipping the left side, I was gonna be going out the right side. And you know, and nothing happened. Like, I waited a little longer. I was sitting up, and I was kind of like getting these things around in case I was gonna run. And then I heard some noises to the right of me, and those sounded more like deer. And yeah, I just like really tried to calm myself down, because I was like, okay, if it were a person and they wanted to hurt me, they would have tried to be coming into the tent by now. They probably would have tried to hurt me by now, because I was waiting around for like 10 or 15 minutes. But I couldn't get myself to calm down after that. And then a lot of the noises I heard after that, like anything on that dirt road, I just started to convince myself someone must be walking up that dirt road. And it was really dark out still, so at one point I stuck my head out, because I thought that I heard a deer to my right, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that that's a deer. And I had all my stuff ready, so if it were not a deer, I was gonna run. But then I stuck my head out, and I saw the deer eating at the same place that it was last night, so I was like, okay, like, I think I'm okay. And this one is like 3:30 to 3:40 in the morning. And so then I gave myself a minute to just like look up at the stars, which were amazing. I could see even all of the tiny ones that you never see anywhere in the world, except for when you're out in the forest and it's pitch black. So then I like tried to lay back down and calm myself down, but my adrenaline was way too high, and I just laid there, and I was like, maybe I should like just get dressed. Maybe I'll put my socks on and my shorts on, so in case it is something weird, like, I'll be more ready to run. And then I just made myself lay there until 4 a.m. And then as like honest, like, I was just so scared. I don't know how else to explain it. I literally convinced myself that a bad guy was gonna hurt me. So I just started to get ready and get going. And then I was like all packed up, and I was stepping outside, and it was still really dark out. And so I was like, okay, I don't want to necessarily walk when it's this dark. So I like went back into my tent and waited like 10 more minutes, and then I was just like, I want to go. Like, I don't want to just sit here. Everything's packed up. I'm getting cold sitting here. So yeah, I pretty much just like had my headlamp on. I turned some music on, which I never do, but I kind of had it blaring, and I was trying to sing to it and just like be loud coming out of there. And because also like the thing I was less worried about, there's a guy who's gonna hurt me, and then I became more worried about, oh, the mountain lions are out this early in the morning. So then I was just trying to be loud to make sure the mountain lions knew, like, you know, I'm here, I don't want to scare you. So all of that's to say, yeah, I don't know, it was like, I don't know, I don't like feeling scared like that. That's really hard for me, and I mean, it's hard for anyone to feel scared like that, but just what it does to my body, and then also like mentally. So even thinking of like camping tonight, I'll probably be by myself again, and I think, yeah, I don't know, sometimes I'll just like have scary thoughts. If I have it one night, it seems to come back the next night, and so I'm hoping for good vibes and energies, of course, but I don't know, yeah, I don't know, that just sucks. And I think also it was hard because it's not like I'm just not by people. Like yesterday, I've already said this, I know, but like, I mean, like the two hikers, Christina and Insel, passed me when I was already set up for camp, and they were going 5 more miles. So there was no one else near me, and even if someone were 2 miles behind me, I wouldn't know that, you know? And so anyways, I don't know, just a bad night on trail. First time I've been really scared, so hoping that the next few days, go a little better for me. Obviously, I'll be in Quincy, I think tomorrow night, and so that will be good. Yeah, I should get into town, but anyways, one thing I'll say is that luckily up on the ridge, when I finally got up there, I had service, and I quickly called Abigail, and she answered. I was really grateful because that really helped to like calm me down and kind of just reset me and be like, okay, like I'm okay. Also, it's definitely beautiful. I mean, I'm up on a ridge, and yeah, I love like the sunrises in the morning hikes, the early morning hikes. So yeah, I'm definitely just trying to appreciate that. Even though I'll probably be super tired today, like my morning part should be pretty good. So anyways, day 87. I think the rest of the day is going to be a lot better. Lots of blowdowns today. I've already passed about 7 logs. Today is the day that I think it is the most blowdowns I'll have in this section. Maybe knock on wood, I don't know. Well, I know there's like a lot of blowdowns like from the fire in the last volcanic area as well. But anyways, today it's recommended in about, I don't know, I think about 10 miles to take the road about 2 or 3 miles and then get back on because of how bad the blowdowns were, and because it got like really, really overgrown on the trail. And so people this year even have come out to do work on the trail on the road that I'll be walking on, so that we can, I mean obviously for cars as well, but also so we can have a place to like hike over or through on. Anyways though, I'm gonna stop in like 1.5 miles, I think, to get some water. There's no real water like on the trail that crosses the trail too much today for the first like 15 miles. But there's a lot of springs that are like, you can go off 100 feet or 1/4 mile and go fill up your water like that. So I'm gonna do that at the next spot, and then hopefully I won't have to fill my water again for several hours. I think I'm gonna just do a big water carry. Big burn area. Okay, so I just passed this hiker. His name is Carbidium. He's an older guy. He's kind of goofy. But I asked him if he had seen any other hikers this morning, and he said, yeah, he saw like between 9 to 12. And I was like, oh, really? That's amazing. So yeah, again, it's always tough because it's like I don't know that I will make the miles to catch up to them, but he did say one of them was down at the junction, at Fowler Junction, where we have to get onto the road at. So I don't know, there's a small chance I could maybe catch someone. But and then I asked about how the alternate route was on the road, and he said it wasn't bad until the end, and then it's really bushy, which is what the comments said as well, because there's the last like mile or mile and a half that hasn't been worked on yet by the trail maintenance crew. But he said it's like relatively flat, the dirt road is, and then the second dirt road we turn on is like downhill. He also suggested to like go swim in the Feather River, and I don't know. It seems that sounds nice, I would say, but because of how early I started my day, I want to see how many miles I can get in. But ultimately, because I also started my day early, maybe I stick with my planned miles and instead I enjoy taking time off to get in the river. So I'll have to see how I'm feeling at that point. All right, I have just finished the rest of the trail mix that I have carried with me from Tuolumne. And honestly, I'm starting to feel a little anxious about how hungry I've been feeling, because I definitely am going to be tight on food. And I know I've already spoken about it, but I just feel like I've been really hungry the last couple of days. And it's probably because I've been doing bigger miles. I mean, I woke up hungry today. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know. I'm just thinking, like, if I could push more miles today, maybe I do like 26, then I could eat more. Like, I could eat some of the food that I was saving for tomorrow, and then tomorrow maybe get into town by like lunchtime, and then be able to have like a nice big lunch or something, because yeah, I guess even if I don't push those miles, like, I think I will still be pretty hungry tonight if I go 23 miles, or even if I only do my 20-mile original goal. Yeah, I just don't think like a meat pack and tortilla is gonna fill me up, but oh well. Luckily I get into town tomorrow either way. Maybe I just get there more hungry than usual, and that's all right. It's good to build up an appetite and have a good meal in town. So I think I'm probably 1 mile away from the Fowler Creek junction, and so that's where I'll take the road. So it's only 10 a.m. Yeah. And so I'm gonna try to get through that whole junction area. I think it's like a 4-ish mile route that goes around it. And then, yeah, depending on what time it is, I might stop for lunch. So we'll see. This is just saying lots of blowdowns in the next 3.5 miles. Take the road, go west, and then go right. Marked with yellow flagging tape. Volunteer. Thank you, volunteer. All right, so there's the trail. Whoa. And we'll be going the road. It is hot, and I'll be honest, taking a swim in the Feather Creek or Feather River is starting to sound pretty good. If I can get there around lunchtime, I think I'll go for it. Back on trail. Woof. This is quite overgrown. Oh, that river looks good. Look who's here, the mangoes! Y'all, I am feeling so happy. I caught up with the mangoes and got to have lunch with them, and also cooled off in the river. I was so glad that I pushed that like 2.5 miles after getting off of the road to get down to the river, to have a break there for lunch and everything, because it was just really sweaty and hot and humid here and buggy, and yeah, it just was a lot, and I really honestly still need to take a real shower. But anyways, it felt so good to just lay in the water there and rinse off. But it also was just amazing to have people to talk to at lunch, like to have that group of people. They're gonna go on like 4 more miles at least than I am tonight, so I won't see them. I might see them while they're in Quincy. They're the group that's gonna go watch the music festival. But anyways, Queen Bee, she's the only girl in their group, and she was just like, oh, I like really want to recruit another girl, and just like definitely wanted to have like honestly, I really only talked to Queen Bee because we both were just like happy to be yapping. It was just really good though, and I felt very connected. And it's always funny at this point in the hike when anyone asks you to be in their group, but they were like, hey, do you want to be a mango? Are you in? And yeah, anyways, it's like fun because it's a sweet sentiment, but I don't think it's like, you know, I don't think I would actually join that group. They've hiked together since they started. Learned that we all started the same exact day, so that was really cool actually. But anyways, it was just really, that was really lovely and wholesome. I've really needed to have some social connection out here, so was really grateful to like have a cool off in the river, have people to talk to. I ate my beef packet. That's the first time I had beef, and it was pretty good actually. I definitely still feel hungry, so yeah, I'll just have to keep managing that. It'll be, I mean, it is what it is. I'm in town tomorrow, you know, so, but they're planning on trying to get there, like only being 4 miles from Quincy, and I'll probably be like closer to 10 or so, and so hopefully I'll still get in by lunchtime, and I can go have a good lunch and then kind of like get checked into my hotel early possibly, or do laundry or whatever. But yeah, I'm still really grateful for that because that's way earlier than I anticipated. Sorry, I'm stopped here because there's a blowdown that I'll have to put the phone away for. I also just wanted to say though that by the time I got to the river at 1 p.m., I had hiked already 20 miles. So I felt really chuffed with that. Like I pushed really hard this morning, and obviously I left earlier than usual, but I also like did push myself hard to like keep walking even when I was ready for breaks. So I think I have like 1.5 miles until my next spot that I was going to camp at, and then I might stay there for a little break while it's still quite hot. It is like 3 p.m. so maybe I would leave the next break spot at like 4 or 4:30 and try to climb up the next hill. But I don't know, I don't feel in a rush. I just am feeling really content and happy right now, so yeah. So I decided at 4 when I got to my camp spot that I would try to push to the next spot, which was, it was 6 miles away, and it is like a 6-mile climb up, and then it's like a scenic lookout. It's called out like Lookout Rock or something like that. I still have 2.3 miles to go, but I found this campsite. And I'm really thinking about stopping here because I'm feeling super tired and I feel super hungry. But there's also a part of me that really just, it's 2.3 miles. So there's part of me that's like, oh, even if I'm just going super slow, like I would really love to get up there. I think that would make my day tomorrow only about 10 miles. I think that would make my day today over 30 miles. It would be my first 30-mile day. So I also feel a little draw on me to like want to push it because I'm so close. Yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna take a break here for like at least 10 more minutes either way. I am so hungry. I decided I'm gonna have 2 wraps tonight, and since I have a smaller day tomorrow, I just will not plan on eating lunch on trail. So I've made it to Lookout Rock. There's a couple that's gonna camp down there. Okay, tonight for dinner, I'm finishing my tortillas. These are from Tuolumne Meadows. I'm doing a tuna creations. I've never done tuna. I don't like tuna, but I found the chicken after I had picked this up and I forgot to put it back. Anyways, doing a tuna, doing a chicken with the mayonnaise with the chicken, and then I'm gonna finish my candy. And for breakfast tomorrow, I have 1 Fig Newton, and I have half a sleeve of crackers. So this is breakfast, that's all.